so crazy to roll in a throttle. Let's see, 5 pounds of boost. Oh, I'm in love.
Yes, gear, I know. I wanted to run on the bike for the first shakedown with exposed raw skin with my leg and the shorts to evaluate how hot this downpipe may get, so I can have an idea of the future to come. From now on, we will be fully geared. We will be wearing jeans, but try not to comment down below to wear gear. That's part of the shakedown. I need to learn the bike and find out what things I've focused on, what they're bringing to the table data-wise.
Oh, I'm a 12-year-old right now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, just took a rock to the neck. It's awesome. 6 pounds. It's like quarter throttle. Oh, it's like 7 pounds. I wonder what this wastegate's at. We're not running anything to the wastegate right now, so it should be wastegate pressure. So it'll be curious to see how much boost it's actually on. The guy told me 7 pounds, but apparently as of right now, that's a load of ass. Let's give her some. Oh yeah, I can hear her blow off. Oh, this thing's gonna be an absolute nightmare. That's why she's named Nightmare! Oh god, we did this for all the right reasons. This thing is too much fun. Woo. Oh yeah, we're over boosting for sure. That was 14 pounds. First little shakedown, so I'm kind of curious to see how much boost and flutter turbo we're going to hear. It'll be interesting. It's the first moto vlog I've ever done on a V-Rod, I'm pretty sure. I've had 2 other V-Rods, but this will be the first one that I've done moto vlog on. Over the next few days, hopefully, we'll be doing some videos of opening it up, getting to know the bike. I'll be doing a lot of checks at the boost gauge. During fixing this bike, he had the boost controller hooked up to the blow-off valve and then a port on the throttle body. I'm like, okay, so we fixed that. We ran the blow-off valve to the naked port on the throttle body that was causing a high idle. And I just simply have not shook this bike down yet. I mean, with 14,000 miles being an 07, it should go wherever, like any other V-Rod I've ever owned. But you never know. So I'm curious. I might go to a car meet tonight. The particular one, the car meet I want to go to, they haven't had it in like 5 years because a bunch of people were getting nutty. Freaking spider on the bike. I need to clean it again. Need to hit it with some ceramic coat. Some ceramic coat. This thing definitely has Barnett clutch springs because this clutch is heavy. I feel like Batman riding this thing. Some oil run in, get some temperature up before we hit the road. This thing is so much longer than the Nightster, so maneuvering it is way different. crazy to roll in a throttle and see 5 pounds of boost. Oh, I'm in love. Oh, I'm a 12-year-old right now. Oh yeah. Do 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 do. Oh yeah, just took a rock to the neck. It's awesome. £6. It's like quarter throttle. Just love how much more planted this thing is to the ground than the Nightster was. Need new air filter. That thing is ratchet. Don't judge. All in time, all in time. Oh, it's like 7 pounds. I wonder what this wastegate's at. We're not running anything to the wastegate right now, so it should be wastegate pressure. So it'll be curious to see how much boost it's actually on. The guy told me 7 pounds, but apparently as of right now, that's a load of ass. £6. Oh god, it really opens up when you go past half throttle. The downpipe gets warm, bruh. I really want to take it off and ceramic coat it, because we have ceramic coating on the downpipe. Basically all the turbo system on the RX-7, and you can touch that thing after making multiple hits. Doesn't look like we have any more leakage. I'll have to take another look here shortly. Just did an oil change on it. Let's make sure. Alright, everything seems good so far. She was sweet. She let me pass her. Let's give her some. Oh yeah, I can hear her blow off. Oh, this thing's gonna be an absolute nightmare. That's why she's named Nightmare! Oh god, we did this for all the right reasons. This thing is too much fun. I don't like the gearing though. This one seems geared a little bit higher than my last V-Rods. I mean, I'm only at 55 and I'm at 4K. Alright, this guy's gonna turn left. He gives us a reason to give her some more. Idle still seems good. Boosting for sure. That just hit 15 pounds. We should not be at 15 psi. Oh, by the way, like and subscribe because I'm officially what would seem like the first turbo V-Rod active motovlogger. You're welcome. Was 14 pounds. Still seems to be idling. That's good. overflow again. That's good. I don't see any radiator fluid. Oh, that's amazing. I just love that it's still cooling after I shut it down. It's like, yo, we're hot. I need a damn turbo blanket. Whew. That's how hot that is. I can smell melted glove. Intriguing. We were running open wastegate nipples, so I changed that up. I ended up putting a screw in this vacuum line just to cap it off, but I ended up throwing the Turbo Smart Boost controller back on. It's actually still got the seal on it, so it's still at just, I guess, 0 pounds of boost. So you run your bottom to your wastegate feed, came down the side. It's decent for now, but I might tuck it a little bit more later. Ran into the wastegate, just went down the street and made a hit, and it's solid on 7 pounds. Felt way stronger, which it was already really strong on poverty, but I talked to Kevin about it, and he's like, yeah, if you're not running anything on the wastegate, it's just going to run wastegate pressure. That's not the case. So I've got the boost controller on now. I just ripped it in second gear, and it's at 7 pounds. So we will make another video. We're just fixing things one after the other. This tank's what I was talking about. This thing was on like max. So when we torqued it down on the bed of the truck, it pulls it over further while it's torquing it down and kind of slams it. So some of it came out of this tube, which is the overflow tube, and then sent radiator fluid down that way. Ended up on my swing arm there, and then some cultivated in the bed of the truck. And we were like, what's this red stuff? And I'm like, well, it should only be radiator fluid. But yeah, it's a whole different animal now on 7 pounds. So we really need to get a throne on the dyno and find out what the air fuels are, because I don't want to run 7 pounds if it's going to be rich, because it's already tuned for 15. I don't know. If the heads are ported and polished, I'd be a little shocked if he did porting and polishing on the cylinder heads just to run the same 7 pounds of kit comes stock on. So I'm not sure, but get it figured out. I shot this little shakedown video a lot earlier than I would expect it to, so I'm happy with it. It's nice to get into it, and I was a little bit intimidated by the bike, even though I've seen a lot of people just going full savage on these things on YouTube, but I don't want to be that guy that goes full savage not knowing the bike and ends up laying it down and being an a-hole. So the exhaust gets a little too hot. I could feel it on my leg, even though I'm wearing shorts, which is a no-no, obviously. But I don't know if the exhaust got a little hotter than normal, because we might have been running lean and running extra hot intake gases, causing everything to be overall hotter from 15 pounds of boost and just running the boost too high. But I would like to actually pull this off and the wrap and just ceramic coat the downpipe. I also want to snip the downpipe about here, keep this cool little slash cut, but I want to run the downpipe down to like here and get it away from the leg, because at a red light stationary, my leg ends up landing right here. Now the exhaust isn't so hot that it burns me. That's actually more uncomfortable on my leg than the exhaust gases are. It's just weird to have exhaust gases poofing onto your calf while you're sitting at a red light. So that's one thing I know I want to do. This area right here was all super hot, so we might as well ceramic coat the whole manifold and everything, and maybe even wrap that or ceramic coat that intake pipe. This area needs to be consolidated. I just think that this is a stupid location for an intake pipe coming off the turbo mounted right next to an exhaust header. I'm not a fan of that. So we're gonna make some changes, but so far we're happy with it. Hasn't blown up yet, hasn't seemed to have overheated, so it's different, man. It's crazy doing like work to a turbo V-Rod now. I feel like we've gone to like a whole nother level. And I know I want to do the ceramic coating because the RX-7 is the first car I've ever had with ceramic coated turbo parts. It's a single turbo 5.3, and I can make 7 hits on that car, come back directly home, pop the hood and take a look at the bay, make sure everything's good, no oil spraying anywhere, and I can touch the downpipe with my bare hand and it don't burn you. That's what ceramic coating does. And I'm all for scrutinizing parts if they don't work or giving credit where it's due. Ceramic coating clearly works. So I would love to just ceramic coat this thing from head to toe. I hope you like the shakedown. Stay tuned. There will be a lot more videos coming because I just can't get enough of this thing right now. Got a bunch of videos to edit for the Nightster since we just sold it, because the guy wouldn't take the trade plus cash for the V-Rod, but I wasn't going to let that stop me, so I got the V-Rod anyway. So yeah, stay tuned. It's going to get nutty as shit. I'll leave you at the outro. We out. Like, subscribe, like, hit the notification bell. We out.
Oh yeah, sincerely, your first active Turbo Harley Moto vlogger, Now we out.